I remember once on the very first show I did with them, and I don't remember where it was, but I had Chuck Taylor sneakers that were plaid sneakers. I had like board shorts. I was a Pantera head, and we were all buddies, and it was like, it was like all those bands. I was into that shit. I loved Slayer and all that stuff. I loved that shit. You know what I mean? So anyways, I ended up at the end of one show, we were feeding neck. We had this big, and it was great. The show was great. Like, it was like Chile or Caracas. Those crowds are insane. Like, it's nothing like, I can't even explain to you. People like in South America it's some of the most fun crowds to ever play for. It is like, it's like going to a sporting event. I can't even put it into words, to be honest with you. I don't know if I have the words to tell you how cool it is. It's just how cool they are. They're true fans. They love music, and they like appreciate it. Like, they really, like, you really feel like, wow, okay, cool. Like, all that effort it really makes it worth it. So all those fans, if any artist ever gets a chance to go overseas and play, it's like nothing I can possibly say. So take the guitar, it's feeding back. It's the last show of the night. I run from one stage to the other. And at the time we had these big front wedges, because that's what we would hear the monitors back. This was before in-ears. I run, I'm adrenaline to the max. It's the end of a show. It's great. You get to live out all your rock star type fantasies. You're throwing guitars in the air. You're playing, you're soloing. You're doing all these moves because this is the perfect band to do it with. And the crowd is truly loving it. Like, it's a chance to almost go back in time and do something that you could never do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you figure, hey, I'm here. Let's live this dream. Let's live it to the fullest. I put the guitar down. I jump off this wedge, and I'm so hyped, man. I flew out into the crowd, like, so far, like, I just didn't realize I'd go that far. And what I ended up doing was, in the air, I kind of turned a little bit because I got nervous because I kind of panicked. I was like, oh, shit, this is really going out there. So I kind of turned, and I ended up falling back in a kind of almost like in a Jesus position a little bit. And all of a sudden, couldn't breathe. I'm like, fuck, and the music's feeding back. The drums are going, like, it's just the crowds. I mean, like, it's fucking loud. It's like, it's almost like a sensory overload. So I'm in there, I'm in the position, and all of a sudden I can't breathe. And I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I just broke my larynx. What a cheesy way to go. I'm going to, like, choke to death in a crowd like that. Man, I was pissed, And then I had, like, necklaces on, but they were like rope ones. So all of a sudden I hear it snap, 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 snap. They start coming off. Because people are holding you above their head, and they're holding you, and they're grabbing onto you. They're trying to pat you down, but it becomes kind of like a mauling of sorts, right? Because there's just, it's just crowd. You're in a crowd. You're kind of getting pummeled, but by the nicest people. So all of a sudden they start snapping. I can hear them snap, and I didn't know really what it was. My hair is being torn out, and the shirt is gone, and all of a sudden I can breathe. And what happened was all the thing had broken off, and I could breathe. And all of a sudden I just hear this. And that's security just flattening people coming out to get me to, like, they're pushing them and shoving, you know what I mean? And so I get back on stage, and I have one shoe on. I have my board shorts, luckily, no underwear, that's gone. I have a shoe, but no sock. So somehow they tore the sock off, it was crazy. And then the other foot's got nothing, and then I had a watch, a Rolex that Jack Bruce had given me. And I somehow, once I realized I wasn't going to die, I made a fist so that they couldn't get the watch off. Yeah. And keep in mind, no one's trying to steal. It's not that. It's just, they're just excited. It's just of the moment. Everybody's just trying to get near the sun type thing. It's a weird thing, but everybody's really nice. It's hard to explain, but anyways, I get on stage. I think I crawled off stage, and then I'm backstage, and the guys are laughing. They're like, dude, that was nuts. And then the tour manager says, you can never do that again. He says, you don't realize this, but if you got hurt, he says, we're all going home. The sound guy, the light guy, the bus guy, catering, you know what I mean? Mm. The tour, we've signed contracts, and so it was just a great learning experience. I never would have gotten that in any of the bands. And so I was always grateful for that. I was grateful for the guys. So I guess if I could sum up my time with Poison is that it was an amazing experience. The guys were really nice to me. I had a great time, and I'd do the whole thing again, for sure.